Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to bringing you the Vision 2 video. What I've guessed today is this week's City Game Synopsis. As always, if you guys want to watch the full live stream, I will have a link in the description you guys can check out. But if you're here for the highlights, you are in the right spot. So without further ado, let's get right into this video. Alright, so the first thing that was talked about was actually the raid leaderboards, and as you guys know, with Title Update 5, this feature was taken away, but tomorrow, it is actually coming back. The only issue you might be seeing is whenever you log in after the maintenance, the leaderboards might say 0 or just nothing, it might be just blank. The way you actually fix this, they said, was you just have to complete the raid one more time from start to finish, and once you finish that, everything will be updated, everything will be back to normal. None of your progression is lost, nothing like that, but the reason it's saying 0 is just something with the system, but it's going to say 0 for everyone. So again, if you want to get your stats back, just complete the raid one more time and everything should be back to normal. Now with this maintenance, also the raid key issue is coming. I do understand this was going around for a little bit now, where the keys were simply just not dropping, and you know, the way you actually kind of fixed this was traveling out of the raid and coming back in, but this only fixed it sometimes and it was still kind of buggy and glitchy. But the raid key issue again is being fixed tomorrow, so if you're still looking for the Ego Bearer, if you still want to, you know, open the crate at the end, here's your chance, you know, the keys are going to be dropping as intended. Up next, they talked about the crafting bench issue where it wasn't upgrading for everyone. As of right now, it is fixed, so if you haven't been on the game for a little bit now, or if your crafting bench still needs to be upgraded, definitely go there, and this issue again has been fixed, so definitely make sure your crafting bench is upgraded to 500 gear score. The next thing they mentioned on the city game was actually a list or a guide coming to the game where it's going to show you where to find specific blueprints. Now, I would explain this a little bit more in detail, but I do think they did a really good job on the stream kind of explaining this and saying how it's going to work and stuff like that. So here is a clip from the live stream and what they said about this list coming for the blueprints.
Yeah, so we're actually looking into a couple of things for this, because I know that people, I think, sometimes also don't know exactly what the source is for some blueprints. I've seen a couple of people mention some blueprints that are from side missions, for example, that they haven't done yet. So now what we're trying to do is give you a complete list of what should drop where, so that you exactly know what's happening, and in that process also find out if there's a bug. Because we've seen people saying like, I can't get blueprints anymore because it doesn't update in their list, for example, and we want to make sure that this is not a bug. But we need time to verify that, go through the blueprints with everybody internally to also make sure that it's not just the visual issue that we mentioned, where the reward doesn't show up in the list, but that you actually don't get anything. So if you don't get anything, again, please continue giving us feedback on that. But we try to now figure out how to give you the information of what is available where.
Okay, because I was doing the control point grinding stuff the other day, because I still need a lot of blueprints.
Yep.
And it would reward me with a blueprint, and I'd see the icon, but no description.
Correct, yes.
But then when I went to my bench, I did have things to craft.
That's one of the issues that we know of. Yeah.
But there are people who are not getting anything.
Correct.
As well, right?
They basically finish the control point, and then they go back and check the numbers, and the number doesn't change for them.
Cool.
So in that case, obviously,
cool.
we're expecting that it's a bug, or that the missing or the rest of the blueprints that you don't have are from other sources. Again, there might be, for example, exotic weapon blueprints that are not grindable via the control points. You can't just get Nemesis from control point grinding. And then again, there's some of them that are inside missions. Again, we don't say that everybody who's missing them is not looking at the right place, but we also want to make sure that we have a list for us and for external players as well that we can share.
Okay, so when you're making a list, where can people eventually find that?
Yes, so the plan is to put it on the forums as well as Reddit, so that people can, for example, go into the wiki on Reddit and have that list available.
Okay.
That being said, there will be descriptions like available in a side mission. We will not give away the exact locations on some of them. Again, with the exotics, for example, we will not tell you exactly how to get it, because it's part of the gameplay, and there's guides out there from players that you can use for that.
Exactly. There's some really good guides. I did one for the Chatterbox the other day. Those are really cool.
So yeah, that's the idea. I think it's pretty cool, honestly. Let me know how you feel about this in the comments. If you like this idea, if you dislike it, let's just have a conversation. And again, let me know your opinions in the comments. Now moving down, they also talked about the audio bug and the shot registration fix. Now this was actually fixed yesterday, but some people are still having problems with this. If you are having problems with either the audio bug or the shot registration, either on PC or consoles, try getting in contact with them on forums or Reddit or even Twitter. They did say they will have to kind of get it into, look into your account a little bit more to see if it's an issue on your side, if you're not connecting to the right server, or if it's the host, or just whatever is going on, because the issue did get fixed yesterday. But again, if you're still having problems, it might be something with your account not being connected to the right connection, like the server or the host of the game. Up next, they briefly talked about the PvP update that's coming out next. Now, as of right now, we don't have a specific date. There's nothing really too much information on it, but they did say a PvP update is being next for the game, and I think that's well needed. I'm sure most of you guys can agree with me as well. The PvP at this moment, at this time, is not really in the best state, and a lot of people have problems with it. If it's conflict, dark zone, occupied dark zone, whatever it is, I do think the PvP in general just needs a lot of fixing, a lot of tweaking and stuff like that. But they did say, again, the PvP update is being next for Title Update 6, and they did also mention that if you have any feedback, any ideas, anything like that, definitely let them know either on Reddit, forums, Twitter, just anything like that. If you have specific ideas how the PvP can be improved or changed, just let them know. And even if you have ideas that are not really, the best you think, just let them know, because you really never know what they can use and what can help to kind of fix the PvP. And last but not least, they actually talked about a Elite Task Force workshop being assembled for the next update. So pretty much what this is the ETF group for the game. This has been kind of implemented in the game before, even for the Division 1, where they pick a bunch of people to fly out to Sweden and they test out the next update in person, and they just pretty much see how the update is, if it's good, if it's bad, what they can change, and what, actually people think about it in person. As of right now, there's no date, there's no applications that you can kind of sign up for, but this thing, again, is being kind of formed for the PvP update, which I think is a really good idea. I know in the Division 1, some of these kind of ETF groups really helped out the game a lot, especially for like patch 1.7 or 1.8 it was, I'm not really sure which one it was, but ETF groups, really good idea, I think, and hopefully they can help out with the PvP and get it to a pretty good state. But anyways, that's going to be it for the video. Thank you all so much for watching. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comment section below. I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. But once again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.